Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Timber Creek Home Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys Digital Sim Racing League. Round 9, Chicagoland Speedway. And we've got about 19 or 20 drivers checked in for action here tonight at the 1.5 mile D-shaped oval. Night race for the guys. We've transitioned. We got here around sunset, started practice. We're going to transition this into a night race. Good evening, Jane. Welcome to the show. Your top 5 in points: Casey Graves, Nick Cooper, Garrett Boyd, Kobe Stidham, and Seth Wansing. Those 5 drivers will go to the back once qualifying is over. They'll go ahead and run their qualifying laps because there are bonus points for qualifying. We got a few minutes here. We had about 8 or 10 minutes. Let's grab a couple of drivers and find out what they're feeling here tonight in this racetrack and what the expectations are. Casey Graves is who I'm going to try to grab and talk to first. He's got a 28-point lead over his teammate Nick Cooper. Casey Graves, Roger Wagner, the DSSN booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
I know you're getting some pre-race practice in, trying to shake down the car and figure out what you got. This racetrack is very unforgiving, and it has a lot of weird spots in it where it's bumpy, What is it going to take tonight to come from the back of this thing and get in here and try to put it in victory lane?
I just try to keep the car clean and just try to make good passes coming through the field. And I just did a practice pit road entry, and it's going to be pretty treacherous tonight too. So it's going to be another thing to watch out, is getting onto pit road without spinning or locking them up, and try not to speed. Just limit your mistakes. Hopefully that'll put me up in the front.
Sounds like you kind of got a plan for this thing. Long race, 100 laps, and that's going to be weird with the fuel, because you're going to have to probably save a couple of laps each run. What is that going to entail? What do you kind of foresee instead of having to have that 8 or 10 lap little splash and go run on the end with no tires?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought that far. I know with the draft and all that, it's going to change. So by the time you actually get raced in a long run, and not be as bad, but I have a better understanding after the stint.
All right, man. Well, good luck out. Go ahead.
Yep. I was gonna say, I think we got to do one stint without taking a set. So.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Do keep all four on the ground for us, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you either in victory lane or on the podium at the end of this thing.
All right, thank you.
Casey Graves, your current points leader. Let's get a guy. This will make my day right here. This is gonna make your day. It's gonna make your day. It's gonna make my day. Jersey, don't go anywhere. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Let's get a driver not in the top 5 in points in here, and let's drag him up here and see. Right now, he is pretty quick. He's in 9th on the speed chart right now, but he was up a little higher until some guys started to put qualifying tape on. Mike Forstner, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You've had enough laps on this track tonight and over the last few days to kind of know what to expect. What can we expect out of this race here tonight, Chicagoland?
Can be a little bumpy, especially in 3 and 4. It does not take a lot to get loose. We are carrying quite a bit of speed, so if you do carry too much speed in the corner, you will get loose on exit. That is a for sure. Drafting, obviously. Get behind another car, it will make a difference as far as turning. You have to got to be offset for a little bit, otherwise you will not be able to turn, and you'll see cars drift off into the wall.
Well, what is the 69 going to have to do tonight to find its way onto the podium and even up into victory lane?
Well, first of all, I got to find a little speed. There's some faster ones out there, but never know with all the different strategies with pits. They're always game changers, so not real sure what we're going to have to deal with, but hopefully we have a nice clean race. I'd like to see a nice green flag run all the way to the end and let it play out as it plays out. That would be the ideal way to go.
Well, Jersey and the boys in the chat, so you can give them a shout-out real quick before I throw you back to the Wolves.
Well, boy, Jersey, put it on TV. We'll see. If I get the podium, maybe I'll come in and have a cocktail with you after the race here.
All right, man. Good luck tonight. Hopefully I get a chance to talk to you later on.
Sounds good. Have fun.
Mike Forster, everybody. 69 car. I have a lot of fun with that guy. We get on race together during the week, and he is a ton of fun to hang out with. Got about 6 or so minutes here. Quick reminder about tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in about 8:15 Eastern, 8:20 Eastern for the Midwest Truck Series. Those guys have been carding about 30 guys every week, and they are coming off of a grueling race at Legacy, Texas from last week. So going to be a fun one watching those guys get back after it tomorrow. You'll see all the old familiar faces. But we officially have 20 checked in as Nick Cooper found his way to the Speedway tonight late. And he'll fill in the 20 starting spots. So it's going to be a fun one. There's our BeefOBradys car right there. That is Thomas Brander. Brander currently 10th in speed right now, but I expect him to race a little different than he's practicing. He is trying to practice and make sure he can keep the tires on that thing for a whole fuel run. His teammate, the 94 car right there, Galen Gidman. Gidman, very quick. Has been since he unloaded here tonight. Just trying to put some final little tweaks on the car. That was Seth Wansing, the 5-time winner in the series that he just rolled past. Lansing looks a little loose there, but it looks fast. Here's Casey Graves that we talked to a little bit ago. Captain Spaulding got the pole last night in the truck race over at New Hampshire. Oh, Kevin Spaulding in that 25 car. I thought he was getting new paint. He's still in that pink and blue Wawa machine. There's Mr. Forster. We talked to him, and now he has crawled into the car, and he is trying to make some laps out here in the green machine. Our old buddy Jeff Werdeman. Him and his spotter, Marvin the Martian, down there working on things. And Werdeman has found some speed since he got in here tonight. He was nowhere near that 30.05 that he has on the board right now. He was about 30.4 or 30.37. He was a little bit off there. That was Galen Gidman that he heard, Garrett Boyd that he just rolled by. There's our man Ross Cato, the Home Depot machine. And our Midwest Truck Series buddy in the Baja Blast Mountain Dew number 8 car, Michael Everett. There's a lot of guys in here making laps. Dean Gagliano. Finally some paint on that thing. It's been all white with just numbers on it for so long. Oh, Larry Moody. We get the camera on Larry. Larry's got the right-hand door facing down the straightaway. That Fitz Automotive number 73. He's bringing her to a stop. We won't have a stoppage there. He'll just get out and jump it to the pits. Corey Blevins is here. We see Corey on Wednesday nights over in the Midwest Truck Series, coming out to play in the O'Reilly Auto Parts car tonight. Definitely going to be a fun one. Guys, don't go anywhere. Say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver, shout them out. We'll get them on camera. Shout out to everybody at Timber Creek Homes, Sherry sponsor. Aaron and Mary Lee over at Secure Lift. We know a lot of nights there watching. Scott King Designs. I saw Scotty in the chat a minute ago. Drank too much after his top 10 run last night. Yeah. Okay, buddy. All righty. Steve Llewellyn and everybody at Edmund Trophy and Awards. A special thank you to our friends at Premier Racing Setups. They provided the guys a really solid set for tonight. So the guys that came in that don't have a setup for this open setup race can go right into the setups box, grab a setup, throw it in there. Premier Setups providing that for us every week. I know I saw them finally like the fan page over on Facebook today. So really happy about that. There's a four-wheel drift out of that 21 car. That is not the fast way around this racetrack, Bubba. Just going to throw it out there. So Garrett Boyd, he has a different setup shop on his car. So, and there's Casey Graves. Looks like he's rolling back out again. We only got about a minute before we go to qualifying here. Matt Robinson he in the 30 car. He's in here and he didn't run laps for the longest time, and then suddenly put on a burst of about 40 laps and a 30.03 for him in here this evening. So. Michael Larch, crazy fast in qualifying trim. Man, 29.77. That is getting it around this speedway. And he don't have to go to the back, so he may be in good shape. There's old Nick Cooper. We know Cooper's going to go to the back. He's going to come and work his way to the front, so... All right, we're getting down to it. Just about time for qualifying to commence, and then it is a 100-lap main event tonight. These guys can get around 24 laps if they do not save anything. But if they save and they can get to that 25-26, sure does make it better because they only have the tires they're going to qualifier on and 2 more sets for the night. And it's at least a 3-stop race. So some big strategies are going to come into play here. The Beef's car is a 24. Corey Blevins is also, he's scored on, I think, 024. Yeah, is how he has scored. But they're both big Jeff Gordon, William Byron fans. And so, we would not begrudge them putting those on. A lot of guys have multiple or similar numbers, and we just ask them, 0 or 1, and do it. We're good. Here's Ethan Dunn. We saw him win the trucks 2 weeks ago at Kansas, or just over a week ago at Kansas, in his rookie debut in either series. And then came and had a pretty good run going and had a little bit of an incident in the B car race last week. But we'll see what that number 38 Toyota. We got 2 38s in here too, also jersey. So Seth Wansing in the chat. There's a driver for you guys. The guy's won 5 times in this series. He's only 3rd in the points. First time around on the clock. And Dunn had to pedal it coming out of 2. The car got really tight right there. So he is going to stay at the top and try to build some momentum and make his lap 2 his official lap. A lot of guys are out. We're going to go watch Galen Gidman. We're going to go watch, where is he? Oh, Michael Larch too, but I haven't seen him go out just yet. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Midwest Barbecue. Is that Mark Wansing? Man, it is good to see you in the chat. I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat in, I don't know, maybe ever. There's the 94 car. I'm looking for the 5 car right now. He's on track, and he's about to complete lap 1. He did a great job over at New Hampshire last night, picked up his first truck win. First time by for Wansing was 30.69. That is a little bit off of Gidman at 30.17. Done. 31.28. It looks pretty smooth this time. Car didn't look super loose, super tight. He may have a really good heater coming right here. Second time by for Wansing. Up the chart to 6th quick. Ethan Dunn second quick now. Matt Robinson coming around to complete. I want to find Michael Larch. He's the one I was looking for. New quick time, 29.99. Robinson jumps to the top. Oh, he's going to race just fine. He's got to go to the back anyway, Mark. Michael Larch, first time around, 31.32. We'll see what lap number 2 holds in store. 48 car works its way to the bob. Boy, that was pretty smooth. He got into the throttle pretty quick. He is going to cut the tri-oval right here. What's it going to be? 30.18, third quick, Kevin Spaulding. 30.16 for P2. He got the pole last night in the truck race. Forstner just finishing up. He jumps to 7th. And Scott Thomason squeaking across the line. He'll be 17th quick. Stidham, Graves, and Cooper, those 3 choosing not to put laps on tires. So Matt Robinson will collect the pole. Kevin Spaulding finding Q speed night in and night out all of a sudden. Six, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As we record our qualifying. So let's see. Gidman going to the back. No, not Brandner. Wansing, 11th quick. He'll go to the back and join the 3 that did not qualify, Stidham, Graves, and Cooper. Everybody else, well, they'll fill in those spots. They'll stay where they're at. Number 30 to the tech shed. that was a pretty good lap. Nearly 30 flat. That's on this track that's got a lot of rubber on it from the happy hour. Slowed it down a little bit. That's pretty good. He didn't say what, Mark. I missed some of the conversation, and I know I'm the one that started it, but I missed some of it. What did he not say? Hello, Warp Lotus from Trovo. How's it going? Man, that's our first ever Trovo chat. I didn't know we were going to get the chat from Trovo. That's awesome. Welcome to the show, Lotus. All right, let's take a look at our starting lineup for the 100-lapper here tonight. Timber Creek Homes Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. Matt Robinson in the 30. We'll have pole position. He'll have the 25 of Kevin Spaulding on his outside. Galen Gidman, the 94, Michael Arch in the 48. They make up row number 2. Your third row is the 81 of Jeff Werdeman and the 24 of Thomas Brandner. Mike Forster in the 69, Ethan Dunn. Newcomer. This is his second race in the series with us. He drives the 38 car, and he starts in row number 4. Ross Cato, the 12, Michael Everett, the 8. They make up row 5. And then it's Seth Wansing, one of the 2 drivers out of the top 11 that's going to the back. He in the 94 will move to the back of the field for being the top 5 in points. But he's scheduled to start next to the other 38 car, Dean Gagliano, in P number 12. Moving on. Row 7 is the 21 of Galen Gidman and the 32 of Tom Ostendorf. Then Larry Moody in the 73 and Corey Blevins in the other 24 car in row 8. Row 9 is Scott Thomason in the 8 and Nick Cooper in the 35, and then the 01 and the 36 of Kobe Stidham at the back. Those 3 drivers will stay there. Graves will move to the very last spot. He'll have Cooper right in front of him. Then Wansing will be in front of that. Stidham and Gidman. Or maybe it's Boyd. What did I say it was? I don't even know. Quick look into Seth Wansing. Garrett Boyd will be in between Cooper and Stidham, and Wansing will be the closest to the front of those drivers. All right, we are rolling them off. Top 5 in points are going to scooch their way back to the very, very back. And they will line up back here. Ostendorf, there's Wansing, and then Stidham, Boyd, Graves, and Cooper. All right. We should be lined up. We should be ready to go. 100 times around this place, you'll see at least 3 pit stops from each driver. Pace car looking to get out of the way right here. Out of turn number 4. We're about to go green. I understand, Doyle. Green flags in the air. We're underway. I don't know what the race pace for the 30 car was. I know he was super quick in the qualifying session. He is going to have his hands full with that 94 and the 48 car for sure, because they were both very quick. 38 car was no slouch either. Here comes Ethan Dunn on the bottom around Thomas Brandner. Kevin Spaulding is up high. Looks like 25 car. Just a tick on the free side. Cold tires. Takes about 2 laps for the temperatures and the pressures to come up. Robinson, Gidman, Larch, and now with... Whoa, Larch got so loose on his own. Is he going to be able to save that car? He does, but he's got a lot of right front, right rear damage now. That car got crazy loose all on its own in the center of the corner. This is what I was talking about now. We're 3, almost 4 wide behind that. Blevins is on the apron. Wansing shot the middle. He got alongside Ostendorf. Boyd was up top, and Boyd clears them all. This is a little bit of a hornet's nest right here. Here comes Casey Graves. Kobe Stidham, the 36. They're tucked in between. One in front and one behind Corey Blevins right here. They're still side by side. Jumped up to look at Ross Cato. I thought he got a little sideways coming out of 4. It may have been an optical illusion. But we are watching 2 wide, 2 deep. And this is 12th place on back right now. Michael Larch is in 12th. Wansing. Then Graves, Ostendorf, Blevins, Stidham, Moody. Nick Cooper pacing himself. We have 238s also. It's the 024 and the 24. The 038 and the 38. Matt Robinson still out front. Holding off Galen Gidman. Gidman may be just in there saving a little bit, but Kevin Spaulding, when Larch got loose, he grabbed 3rd, and he has sat right there in the middle between Dunn and Gidman, just kind of holding space. These 4 are broken away just a little bit from 5th place Thomas Brandner. Right behind him, the 69 of Mike Forstner sits in the 6th spot. And then it's Michael Everett, Jeff Werdeman, Dean Gagliano, and Ross Cato, the top 10 right now. But the 5 from the back are starting to make their way up. Boyd, Wansing, Graves, 11, 12, and 13. Stidham is still 16th. Cooper is 19th, and he is quite a ways back. But I think that is by design. He's going to force himself to make sure that he gets that extra lap or 2. And his pit stops are going to be spaced at 25, 50, 75. Man, I watched Kevin Spaulding right there, and I wasn't sure what to say because that car went in nice and then just kind of went to the wall, but it hung on. I don't think he hit the fence. But I think he's got a very tight race car. He is going to have to free that up for the long run because we are 9 laps in. It's a little early for that car to be that tight. Dunn got around him on the bottom coming out of 4, and he'll move up to 3rd. Here comes Mike Forstner and Thomas Brandner. Looks like they're going to tandem up, try to run this front 3 down. They have broken away by about 2 seconds over 7th place, Michael Everett. Jeff Werdeman, Dean Gagliano, Seth Wansing, and Wansing is leading the parade of top 5 in points drivers now. So he moves to 9th, and he's got Boyd tucked in behind him. Graves is up on the high side. Those 3 inside the top 5 in points. Wish you could have been here, man. The more cars we get, the more fun these are. I love it when you guys are 25 deep in here. It's just great racing. I mean, we're having great racing regardless, but it's just that much more fun. Yeah, this right here is a definite hornet's nest, and it is becoming bigger and bigger. More cars are joining it. Everett is the Pied Piper. He's kind of leading this thing, but Graves got around Wansing. Graves also got around Boyd and Werdeman. And now Wansing is doing what Graves is doing. He's going to the high side and trying to get the 5 car to work like the 01 is doing. And it looks like it's going to pan out for him because he's able to pass Everett right here in 1 and 2 through the middle. And it tucks right back in behind Graves. Top 6 have come back together because Forstner now is there with Brandner. He's about 10, 15 car lengths off, but I think he's trying to keep himself clear of what's starting to transpire because Brandner's going after Spalding. And Gidman is going after Robinson, and he just about had it right there. Can he get the power down, get off the exit of turn 2 here? Yeah, here in a moment we'll go. Michael Larch has taken the 48 car behind the fence. Gidman clears, and we got a new leader for the first time. It took 13 laps to get him there, but Gidman followed Robinson around, and now he's moved to the point. And Ethan Dunn is looking at that as an opportunity to go and try to attack the 30 car as well. Brandner got around Spalding. So the Team RPM guys starting to work their way closer and closer to the front. Gidman's already out there. Let's go for our welfare check. Here's Nick Cooper. He's fine. He is 13 and a half seconds off the lead right now. He's at the line, and the leaders are halfway down the backstretch, so he's nearly a half a lap down. Gidman is gently starting to ease away from Robinson. They're all starting to ease away from the rest of the field as Thomas Brandner goes to the high side and clears Ethan Dunn for third place. Put Dunn in fourth, then it's Spalding, and now Forstner is right back in it. He let him sort it out. And now he has picked up the pace a little bit. He's closing in. He wants to stay in touch with the top 5 because he can see that Graves, Wansing, and company are starting to get bigger and bigger in the rear view. Cautious, protective, but if he protects for too long, these two are going to be in there, and it is going to be an 8-car string within 3 seconds of the lead. Werdeman, quite a ways back. He's got Boyd in his rear view. They're just kind of pacing around. They're about 4.5 seconds off the leader. Ross Cato is 11th, and he's leading the group, including Corey Blevins, Dean Gagliano, and Tom Ostendorf. Here comes Kobe Stidham, finally cutting through, and Larry Moody made more than 5 laps tonight. Big round of applause for the 73 car. He has been wrecked in the first 5 to 8 laps of the last half a dozen races. And he is out here picking them up and putting them down, staying in this pack. Out front, well, Gidman's starting to open things up. We are roughly 6 to 7 laps from having to pit. And Gidman is out to 0.6 of a second. Thomas Brandner is starting to reel in Robinson. But he's getting away from Spalding, Dunn, Graves. Forstner, as Graves got around Forstner, and here comes Wansing looking to clear. He's just trying to keep pace with Graves right now. Side by side into 1 and 2. A little tippy toe on the bottom. He can't get all of the power down. They'll bump doors, and they'll come out of the corner side by side and stay side by side. Yeah, he's not had good luck, Mark. It's been terrible. Good battle here, 7th and 8th. And Wansing set him up with the high entry, tried to cut under. I don't think he's got enough momentum to get there. He might have. He might have him cleared this time. That might have been the move to get around that 69 car, and it will be. Wansing will get past Forstner. Now he can focus on the cars in front. Meanwhile, Robinson is under fire. Larch brought the 48 car back out. He is 10 laps down. As Thomas Brander moves to P2. Around Robinson, and Larch is out there. Right behind Robinson. Now he'll go to the high side. He's going to try to start getting laps back the old-fashioned way. He had a very fast car in practice. He just got super loose on about lap 2 or 3 and killed the fence, killed the right side of that race car. Now he'll move to the high side on Brandner. No fight out of the 24. He'll let him go quick. He's big picture racing. Gidman, a full second ahead of Brandner. Graves is up to 4th now. Just got around Ethan Dunn. So he's up to 4th. He's got it down to 3 seconds. Wansing, once he cleared Forstner, really started to get away from him. Boyd just got around Forstner about a lap and a half ago. Yeah, I think so too. There's a lot of guys that are going to do that. I know the 2 guys at the front are on Big Daddy setups, and that is a super loose setup. Who went to Ethan Dunn is going to go to pit road on lap 25. So he's in the window. If he can do that again next run, he's in the window. And I know Gidman and company are in the window as well. Gidman just let the 48 car go. I expect a pit out of him this lap or maybe the next. And it looks like it's going to be the next lap. Brandner is right there with him. Robinson. Graves stays. Everybody in the top 6 or 7 is out. Make it all the way back to Mike Forstner in 9th. Stidham, Gagliano, and Moody. Boyd went in. Wardeman went in. Ostendorf is in. Michael Everett. A couple 3 laps ago, and I don't know where Everett went. So Cato takes the lead as Gidman, Brandner, Graves, Wansing, Spalding, Blevins, Forstner, and Moody all come on lap 26 going to lap 27. We're going to watch. We're going to watch and see left sides going on the 94 car. I thought this was going to be the strategy. He'll roll away. Brandner right behind. Wansing is going to pick up a spot coming off pit road. Graves to 4th. Spalding still 5th. Forstner comes out 6th. Then Blevins. Dunn was in and he's back out. He's picking up spots now. Wardeman is right behind him. He's already been to pit road as well. Boyd, same last lap before, as Ross Cato and company on pit road. Let's watch Ross's pit stop. He takes left sides only. Down pit road. Kobe Stidham coming out behind as Gidman, Brandner go by. Here comes Wansing and Graves, and Wansing makes the pass. So Wansing up to 3rd. Graves is 4th. Cato cycles out into the 5th spot right in front of Ethan Dunn. And Dunn had some momentum getting through 3 and 4, and he'll take that 5th spot away. Here comes Kevin Spalding as well. So we've been through the first round of pit stops. Matt Robinson went from the leader of the race and running 2nd or 3rd coming in. He is now 17th, and he is a lap off of the pace. The leaders are right behind him. He's at the stripe, and Gidman is already in the quad oval. Gidman's out 2 seconds on Brandner. Brandner's enjoying about 2 seconds on Wansing. Ethan Dunn is on a roll. Tires are up to temperature and up to pressure. So he got by Graves, and now he's going to try to work by Wansing. That's for third. Wansing's going to let him go. It lets Graves close in, and Graves has to go to the high side. Garrett Boyd now is up to sixth, and caution for the first time. The 81 car of Jeff Werdeman. What happened to... Oh, wait, we got to go back. We got to go back because I see what potentially is contact. We got a little loose getting in, got a little touch there, and then the car just never settled back. He can't get it out of the fence, it looks like. Steering's probably broke. That car is going to come to a stop. So, this could change some things. Some guys could dive off, top off with fuel, and add a few laps to their run. No one takes on this trip. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Casey Graves, Garrett Boyd, Kobe Stidham. All head in. Now, we'll watch and see what Graves does if he puts tires on. Top 8 stayed out. Right side's going on the 01 car. Interesting. That was very few laps. That was only 6-7 laps. 4 tires going on. There's Nick Cooper. He's going to get the whole gap erased. He is going to make up time and get back to this field. That was Mike Forstner, who was on pit road. See, how bad is Werdeman's car? Let's get down here. Right side is absolutely crushed. That is tough. Well, when you hit the wall that hard, pieces and parts are going to fly off the car. So our top 8, Gidman, Brander, Dunn, Wansing, Cato, Spalding, Blevins, and Moody all stayed out. Boyd, Ostendorf, Robinson, Graves. Most of those, I don't know, Boyd and them might have stayed out too. Might be back to Graves, where the first cars went in. So that's about 12th. Now they have fresh tires. They're going to make a good run here. A lot of these guys have made up their mind about their pit strategy. This just helps them. And this will get them past lap 54 or 55, and that'll make those last 2 runs a whole lot easier to manage. But most of these guys in that top 5, 6, 7 cars took 2 tires on the green flag pit stop, while some of these guys a little closer to the back now have taken a fresh set of tires. They're going to be down to just having about 2 tires left in the pits, but they're going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of lap 60. 58 to 60, and they'll have to make their last 2 runs, a short run and a long run, on just a right side set. But it's Gidman and Brandner to get things restarted for us here. Pace car is going to get out of the way. Gidman on the gas. Brander right with him, and they'll get away 1-2. Dunn will slip to 3rd. Cato is 4th. Here comes Corey Blevins. Wasn't confident about what he had for a race trim tonight, but he's up here running in the top 5. Garrett Boyd is taking a peek to the inside already. He's going to go right at him. We see these guys getting after it on Wednesday nights at Midwest Truck Series. The 24 and the 21. Both of them very, very hard-nosed drivers. We've got to move at the front. Done. Got to run through 3 and 4, and he went around Brander, and now he's trying to get the leader. And he'll get it done getting into turns 1 and 2. Gidman down behind. Dirty air, and the drop stops. So Gidman will slide behind, pace a little bit. Maybe save a little extra fuel and make those runs even shorter, as Brandner is going to get passed on the high side by the other 24 cars. Blevins now makes his way to the top 3. And Garrett Boyd might be thinking, high side's looking pretty good. Cato is peaking low. Boyd is peaking high. We could stack them up 4 deep. But it ends up being 2 rows of 2 because Cato and Stidham ended up in that second row. Man, Kobe Stidham right to the left rear corner. That got Brandner a little loose. Graves had to take evasive action. He brushed the outside wall. 2 tires on that 24 of Brandner. Not agreeing with it, as Wansing looks like he may get by as well. At the front, Dunn, Blevins, Boyd. Gidman is now 4th. New tires versus old tires, but Gidman and company will have a fresh set at the end of the race. I guarantee it. There are so many different tire strategies going on this racetrack right now. It'd be hard to tell you about all of them. Kobe Stidham up the inside. That's going to be for 5th place, as Casey Graves is tucked in behind Galen Gidman. Now Graves goes to the outside. They go right around the 94. Mike Forstner in the 69 is looking to take 6th place away. He'll get it done. Here comes Robinson. We've seen these 2 battle before. Probably won't be much of a battle. We're going to the front because the battle's going to be for the lead, as Corey Blevins must have found something and got comfortable in that 24 car, because he is going to surge to the point on lap number 40. Garrett Boyd has pulled his way through, and he's up to 3rd now. That battle at the front is not over by a long shot. We're still at least 15 or 16 laps away from the next green flag pit stops for some of these guys. Well, Goya, you got to tiptoe the car for about 2 or 3 laps and get the tires to come up to temperature on both sides equally, and then it just drives like a normal car that's probably a little tight. But those first handful of laps are just a handful. You got to really be patient with the car. Garrett Boyd making a bid for the 2nd spot. Blevins not going to give in an inch, and he's going to hang on to it. Casey Graves was right there. He almost got in the fence back there in 3 and 4. He was up on the very outside. He stays up high. And he is going to get a monster run right here out of turn 2. This time Blevins to the bottom. He is going to make it a clear pass all the way up in front of the 38 of Dunn. Casey Graves to the inside of the 38. He's been working on the high side. Now he drops to the bottom. Garrett Boyd is right there, and he just wants clean air to put the nose in. Now Graves around to Dunn for 2nd. Boyd is looking up top. He's not going to be able to get there before the entry to turn 1. But he'll stay on the high side. He's going to get the power, not quite all the way down. Kobe Stidham up to 5th. Mike Forstner is 6th now, then Robinson, Cooper, Ostendorf, Gagliano, Gidman all the way back to 11th, and Brander to 14th on 2 tires after their pit stops. Battle is for the lead. Graves now nosing alongside Blevins. Blevins got the 24 car working on the high side pretty good right now. Garrett Boyd is alongside Ethan Dunn for 3rd. That evaporates. Coming close to halfway, and the battle is side by side at the front of the field. Graves is not giving up, and Blevins is not giving in. This time, Graves drops to the apron. Does he have enough to clear the 24? I just think that momentum on the high side is a lot to deal with, and Corey Blevins should have a good run coming out of turn number 2 here, but Graves is going to have the rear end in front. He'll put him in dirty air. Kobe Stidham now closing in on Garrett Boyd for 4th. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th tight together. Blevins, Dunn, and Boyd. Forstner is 6th. He's a couple of seconds, about 2.5 off the leader, and he's under fire from Nick Cooper. Here comes Coop. Put Cooper 6th. Matt Robinson 7th. And Robinson and Forstner almost got together. If they didn't touch, man, they sure scared each other. Coming out of turn 4. Ostendorf is 9th. He's got Dean Gagliano tucked in behind him. They run 9-10. Then Cato, Moody, Gidman are a group of 3. Thomas Brander is a little ways off of them. He is still back here 14th. Wansing is 15th. And I think Wansing did a no-tire stop, so he could have 2 full sets for the last 2 runs. The 5 car is probably going to shred through this field from about lap 55 on. We're watching. He might have gone in and topped off. He did not. He pitted on lap 26. Has not been back to pit road. Kobe Stidham now around Blevins into the 2nd spot, and Blevins has got all kinds of company. Boyd and Dunn are side by side behind him, and here comes Cooper. That is a good battle right here. Blevins, Cooper, and Boyd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. And Corey Blevins was not confident at the start of this race about what he had underneath him. But he is not giving an inch, and he is holding that car in a perfect line. This time, Cooper sneaks by on the bottom. Put Cooper to 3rd. So Graves, Stidham, and Cooper, 1, 2, 3. Right after midway. We're on lap number 53 right now. There comes the 38 of Dunn out of the pits. He is in the window now to make it the rest of the way. He is just off pit strategy with everyone else. Thomas Brander is on pit road. We're going to go see what Brander does for tires. Probably right sides this time, my guess. Gently into his pit stall. Right side of the car going up, right side of the car coming down. And he's away. Corey Blevins onto pit road. Gidman is on track. He has been to pit road. So his lap time should improve. He should start tearing through the field. Graves is 1.8 seconds ahead of Stidham. Stidham has about a second on Cooper right now. Garrett Boyd is tucked in behind Nick Cooper. Then Mike Forstner and Matt Robinson are 5th and 6th right here. I think all these guys got topped off on the caution, so they're going to be good for a few laps. Robinson, however, ducks right out of the line, and he heads for pit road on lap number 56, coming to 57. Here comes Wansing and Spalding as well. And we're going to watch Wansing. We're going to see 4 tires go on the 5 car. I'm almost certain of it. I wouldn't be surprised that he did not take tires on that first stop at all to save for the last half of the race to run as hard as possible. Right sides are going on. Left side's going on. It's what I thought would happen. He is going to be crazy fast the rest of this race. Ross Cato now on pit road. Kevin Spalding is rolling off. Right behind Seth Wansing. We're watching Graves and company. Within the next 2 to 3 laps, they'll be coming to pit road. Boyd is still out. Forstner is still out. Ostendorf, Gagliano. Top 7 still out. Ethan Dunn is back on track. He's a lap down to your top 7 cars right now. Top 6 anyway. Graves looks like he's coming to pit road. Drops off a little early onto the apron. There goes Stidham to get a lap led. Cooper's going to go by. Boyd is coming to pit road. Forstner goes by. He'll be 3rd. Gagliano goes by as Ostendorf pulls off into the pits. We'll watch this time. Stidham probably going to come in. Want to go see Casey Graves. That looked like maybe fuel only. That's a pretty quick pit stop. That might have been a fuel only stop, and he's going to save his 4 for the end. Stidham headed for pit road. Cooper's headed for pit road. Forstner's headed for pit road. Gagliano's headed for pit road. See where they all cycle through now. Gidman and the guys behind him have been out for about 3 or 4 laps now. So Gidman in at 3, Dunn coming out of 4. So is Graves and Garrett Boyd. And they are right in front of Gidman now. This all shakes down. We'll see where your top 3, because there goes Graves. Here comes Stidham and Cooper. And that's Ethan Dunn going by. Garrett Boyd coming by. And he's not going to get there. Cooper and Stidham got out in front. So did Graves. So Graves, Stidham, Dunn, Cooper, Gidman, Boyd, Robinson, Blevins is 8th, Brandner 9th, and Forstner 10th after the second round of green flag pit stops. 38 laps to go this time by. Seth Wansing, 14th. He's on fresh tires. Fastest car on the track, last lap. Not Seth Wansing, Kevin Spaulding. Just barely quicker than the 5 car. Pass for 13th about to go down right here. And Wansing. Goes around Gagliano. His next target will be the 32 of Ostendorf, and then he'll start picking his way towards the top 10. Spaulding just went around Moody. Michael Larch is still out here about 8 laps off the pace. Had a mishap on lap 2 or 3, and he's just not been able to recover. Casey Graves is having 0 issues. Man. .35 laps remaining, and he's got a 2.17 second lead over Stidham in second. Robinson just got around Cooper. And it looks like Gidman is about to reel Cooper in. That would be for 4th. Ethan Dunn. Going to be pitting, about 10 laps. Maybe 11 or 12. So he's about halfway through a run. Brander is reeling him in. Brander now 7th. Cato is 8th and Boyd is 9th. And Seth Wansing has made his way inside the top 10. The 4 tires, all the difference in the world. He's the fastest car on the track right now. And he's the fastest car by a chunk. He and Matt Robinson just above the 31-second bracket. Everybody else nearly at 32 seconds a lap. He's got a lot of ground to make up. I mean, he's 9 seconds off the lead, and he's got another pit stop to make. He's got to take advantage of these guys on the older tires and really chop this down. He really needs a caution, probably. We know Galen Gidman has a full set of tires for his next stop. He just got around Nick Cooper for 4th just a couple of laps ago. Ross Cato up to the 6th spot. He got around Brandner. Brandner's trying to work on Dunn. Hey, Ken, welcome. Glad you could join us. And Dunn is not making it easy on Brandner at all. He's not made it easy on anyone at all night long. Zero space given. This time I think Brander's got more roll speed through the center of the corner. He'll come up right across the nose of the 38. Here comes Seth Wansing. He's got it down from 9 seconds to 7 to the lead, and he's about to be in the battle for 8th and 7th right here. Gets a round done. Now he's going to focus on Brandner. We are inside 30 laps to go. Matt Robinson is reeled in Casey Graves. That'll be a battle for the lead. Stidham, Gidman, Cooper. Cato inhaled Nick Cooper just now. And he's going to inhale Galen Gidman on this run. He goes by both drivers in a set of corners. Puts himself to fourth, Gidman fifth, Cooper sixth. They are 2.8 and 2.9 seconds behind our leader. Within about the next 4 to 6 laps, everybody's got to pit, no matter what. Let's go see. Mr. Wansing now is caught up to the 24 of Thomas Brandner. Wansing is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 laps from a pit stop. Check what lap he went in last. Lap number 52, so yeah, about lap 76 or 77. He's going to have to go. And that's within about the next 3 to 4 laps. Gets around Brandner. Now he's 7th, and he's 7 seconds off the lead. Robinson around Graves. Cooper just past Gidman. Gidman headed for pit road. He's in the window, I guess. He's got a set of tires. We'll go watch. He's going to put 4 on. Corey Blevins went in with him. Should be a 4-tire stop. Graves, Stidham, and Brandner all on pit road. So is Dunn, Boyd, Forstner. Here comes Ostendorf. Blevins is on pit road. Moody is on pit road. Robinson's still out, and he's going to make another circuit. Ross Cato the same. Nick Cooper headed to pit road. Seth Wansing is going to make another circuit. Kevin Spaulding is going to go around again. There comes Ethan Dunn out of the pits. Stidham, Graves, all already on track in front of Gidman. Robinson, has he got an extra lap or two? Well, we'll see. He may come in this time. Got Ross Cato behind him. He's going around one more time. Let's see. Gagliano went on pit road. Looks like Wansing coming to pit road. There goes Moody. I think Gidman just went by as well. Graves and company now in 3 and 4. There comes, or they were in 1 and 2. I'm sorry. Now there comes Tom Ostendorf back on. So Robinson and Cato, and they are going around again, and Cato is reeling Robinson in. They are going to have to pit pretty quick here, I think. Kevin Spaulding is still on the racetrack. 3 cars on the lead lap. Casey Graves, Stidham, Cooper, and Gidman are the top 4. And it's Graves, Stidham, Cooper, and then Gidman. They're all on the backstretch together. Just one at turn 3 and one coming out of turn 2 when we flick the camera over there. These two are praying for a caution. And I don't think they're going to get it. Everybody's spread out around the racetrack. But Graves is right there. He's going to try to unlap himself the natural way before these guys get to pit road. Robinson's going in. It looks like Cato's going to go with him. So your 2 leaders finally head for pit road. Man, I'm not going to be surprised a bit if the 12 car didn't get busted for speeding. He got in there hot. So Graves got by right as they headed for pit road. He's going to come around up the backstretch. He will reassume the lead. But where will Robinson and Cato blend into the line? That's the question. Stidham and Cooper. They are out of pit road. There goes Robinson. There goes Cato. Here we go. Now we can watch. There goes Kobe Stidham. Here comes Nick Cooper. There's Galen Gidman coming up behind. Robinson and Cato. Cato stayed on the apron most of the way down the backstretch, and he's going to sneak by Matt Robinson here. Going to come out, and he's going to be 5.7 seconds behind. That's Kevin Spaulding. Kevin Spaulding is 13th, and he's about to go a lap down. Luke Hoytsma, welcome to the show. Graves, 1.8 seconds ahead of Stidham. Stidham, just about 0.7 of a second ahead of Cooper. 4th place, Galen Gidman. Well, Gidman's about 1.7 seconds behind Nick Cooper. And then Ross Cato is about 1.4 seconds behind that. That's your top 5. Matt Robinson is 6th. Branner, Dunn, Wansing, Boyd are the top 10. But the strategy, we talked to Casey Graves in the pre-race show. Wasn't sure exactly what the strategy would be. And whatever they settled on, it looks like it's going to work because the True Speed guys are 1, 2, 3 right now. And Graves has got it locked on cruise control, it looks like. 14 to go this time by. 1 caution. About lap 26 or 7, maybe 28, I think it was. I don't have that written down, so shame on me. We don't see a lot of cautions with this bunch on Tuesday nights, so we don't really usually have to write them down. And Cooper is reeling Stidham in just a little bit every lap. Got a couple of lap cars behind him. Ostendorf and Moody right there. 13th and or 14th and 15th, excuse me. One is a lap and the other one's 2 laps down. Gidman with a 4th place run right now, if that's how it finishes. And I think he had pretty high hopes on how he was going to perform in here tonight. A podium was in his wheelhouse for this, and it looks like he might come up a spot short. And that's just a strategy deal. Ross Cato got around Robinson after they came out, and Robinson must have only had 2 tires for that car as his last set with the limited tire changes. He must have only had a set of rights or lefts left because he has faded drastically once they got out of pit road. Thomas Branner got by him. Branner is up to 6th. Then it is Robinson in 7th. Dunn in the 8th spot. Wansing 5-time winner in the series, struggling in the 9th spot. And I think the tire strategy might be hurting him. Garrett Boyd is right behind him in 10th place. Then it's Corey Blevins. Blevins ran up to the front. Kept it out front for a little while. Battled hard to stay in the top 3. In the last set of pit stops, he comes out about 11th or 12th. And he is kind of stationaried into that spot. Mike Forster, 12th. He was up in the top 5 for most of this race. And Kevin Spaulding is the first car not on the lead lap. So if we were to get a caution, that's your lucky dog. He runs in the 13th spot. Meanwhile, we're inside 10 to go, and Casey Graves is being reeled in, but it's not fast, and I don't think there's enough time for Stidham to get there. It's a half a tenth a lap. Cooper is getting closer to the back bumper of Stidham, so the True Speed guys may battle it for who goes where on the podium. But they have got the race under control. Cato around the 73 of Moody. Cooper now is to the back bumper of the 36. He goes to the high side to try to build the momentum and gave Stidham a little shot going up the backstretch. Tom Ostendorf, a lap car. He is just hanging right here watching these guys battle. Probably picking up some pointers. Both of these drivers are reeling in your leader. I don't know. We may have a 3-car battle between teammates for the win tonight because Graves is falling off the cliff. His lap times have dropped dramatically the last couple 3 laps. Cooper around to the top side. Does he have the momentum to clear Stidham this time? Yes, he does. And Ostendorf is trying to go to the high side. Going to see if he can take the 32 by both of them. He closes the exit line off for the 36. So Stidham will fall to 3rd. Cato got around Gidman just now. I think Gidman had a slip back there in turns 3 and 4. Cooper late in this one, coming to 4 to go. He needs to make up 0.8 of a second. And he was nearly a tenth faster that lap. It'll be 3 to go this time. Cato is closing in. He's going to run out of time to get a podium out of this, I think. But, man, he's closing fast on these guys. Well, we may get back here and watch Stidham because Cato is getting there. He's got about 2.5 laps to try to make up about 0.7 of a second. And he was about 0.4 quicker the last lap. Ostendorf just hounding the rear end of the 36. 2 to go at the line this time. Cooper is within 0.4 now. He's almost got it to 0.3 of a second. Cato about the same distance back from Stidham. Got to get around the lap car without trouble and then go after the 36 because we're coming out of turns 3 and 4 this time to the white flag, and it will be a battle on the last lap. Cooper with a big run through the center of the corner, and now he's there. What does he do in 1 and 2? 1 lap to go. That time, Graves goes to the top and aero blocks him a little bit. But Cooper with a huge run through the center of 1 and 2. Here comes Cato for third. He's going to try to go to the high side. Cooper goes by Graves. He's going to pick up the win. Can Stidham hold off Cato off of turn 4? I don't think he gets it done. Cato's going to steal third. Cooper wins it. Graves second. Cato third. Stidham and Gidman 4-5. Brandner was sixth. Dunn, Wansing, Boyd, and Robinson, your top 10. Wow, what a finish. Last lap passes for the podium all over the place. This is what happens every Tuesday night right here. This racing right here. This is what we pay to watch. Man, what a race. Blevins in 11th, Forstner and Spalding 12-13, Moody 14, Ostendorf 15th, Gagliano was 16th. And 17th was Michael Larch, Jeff Werdeman in 18th, Michael Everett 19th, and Scott Thomason finishes in 20 tonight. Wow, what a finish. Man, last lap, pass for the win, pass for third. If you don't like that kind of racing, you might want to check your pulse. Start grabbing our drivers up and getting ready to chat with them. We'll start. Whew. I got to catch my breath. You guys got to give me a moment here. Whew. Because that was about as exciting as it gets. Let's get our third place finisher in here. Ross Cato. The last run, stellar for the 12 car.
Yeah, this is pretty doggone cool. You know, when I first saw this schedule, this race really stuck out to me and arguably is what kind of tipped the scale to make me join you guys. Other than that, I'm very fond of our friendship, Roger. But yeah, this was a great race. Had kind of a mini argument with Galen Gidman about whether that caution earlier on was going to totally mess up our strategy. But we were able to, you know, capitalize. I called an audible and took 4 tires in that second pit stop and then took 2 on the third and just ran out of time. Maybe if I had about 3 more laps, I could have parked it in victory lane tonight, but this feels pretty cool.
Well, I got to ask you, you come in, and I know that you kind of got out there to just get a feel for the track, and then the guys help you out in getting pretty good chassis underneath it. Was that something that was conducive to letting you guys have that strategy of stretching as far as you could on a set of tires?
Yeah, and being able to adjust the chassis as, you know, as I was taking different combinations of tires, practice really helped with that regard to try to figure out how far I could get the car comfortable enough to where I'm not on edge or plowing tight, depending on what tires I took.
Well, an awesome job tonight, man. A third place finish, and it looked like it was going to be a little dismal through the center of this thing around lap 40 to 60 there. But you come home, you park it on the podium, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go back with your teammates to celebrate.
Yeah, thanks for putting this together. Thanks for the broadcast quality. Great car, track combo. And, yeah, it's just great to be back with the guys from when I first started iRacing and was in my one of my first leagues. So it's great to, you know, after all these years, hit the track again. And it helps the morale, too, that I'm a little bit better of a driver these days. Not to sound too conceited, but it's just great to have speed. And, yeah, congrats to to Cooper really played that masterfully. I kind of thought that Graves had it in the bag. So that was, in addition to racing with Stidham, I was surprised to see that out of my front windshield. But yeah, I'm glad we put on a good show for everybody.
Yeah, last lap, a pass for the win and a pass for the final podium spot. That's what I told the fans. I said, if you don't like this kind of racing, you might want to check your pulse, because maybe you aren't a race fan at all. But that was awesome, man. Congratulations on the run. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Ross Cato finishes in third, and now let's move on to a guy that not only the third place driver, but the broadcaster kind of thought he had this thing on cruise control and it was in the bag. And last lap, I don't know how long you knew he was coming, but man, when he got there, he really went after you hard and he got it done quick. Casey, when did you know that Nick was behind you?
Oh, I knew for a while. Cause, I mean, me, him, and Kobe were all in voice chat, and Nick went the extra lap than us. I think with like 10 to go, I'm like, yep, cue the Jaws music, because here comes Nick.
Well, that's what he's kind of famous for, isn't it?
Yeah, he, I didn't do a good job saving my tires. I don't know, the car felt good, so I'm like, just keep running it hard. And I think when I took the left tires there, before the last pit stop, I'd hurt the left front pretty bad, and I started getting tight. Nick got me tonight. I've got him my fair share of times, so he got me back. So.
Well, awesome run tonight, man. The pit strategies, you guys all go through the first run through green flag stops, and then we catch a caution afterwards. And I know a lot of guys went, including I think yourself, to top off with what just looked like just fuel. You didn't change tires. And really, after that, you guys, all three of you kind of came to life.
Yeah, I was talking to Kobe before the race. I'm like, if we get a weird situation where we're going to have like a 10-lap run in the middle, we're going to take the tires, and then we'll do a left and then a right on the last two stops. And, I mean, that's what we ended up doing. It just, when you don't change tire, or when you only change two, it just saves so much time. Because you only have to fuel the car up so much with the way we had the fuel set for the series. But yeah, it worked out for the three of us. I think Ross got in there and bumped Kobe out the podium, but good day for all three of us racing.
Yeah, it looked like with all the different strategies, at times you're kind of mired back in traffic, and then, like I said, you guys kind of come to life. You start going towards the front. Once you got there, you held it for a very, very long time. How was the track, and how much change did it do, and did you have to do anything different to the car on the pit stops to keep up with the racetrack?
No, I honestly didn't touch the car. It drove pretty good. It would get a little bit loose at the start of the run and in the middle, and then as the right front would wear out, it would start getting tight, which that's what happened to me there. And then I got the wall, and that really opened the door up for Nick to make his move. But yeah, the only thing I would have done different would be save my tires a little bit more.
Well, an awesome John, nonetheless, man. Some shout outs and thank yous. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate.
All right, thank you.
Casey Graves, he's going to finish in second tonight. And now we'll move on to his teammate. They said cue the Jaws music is what he did there with just about 10 to go. And Nick Cooper started closing the gap. Last lap you got to him, and you didn't even toy with your food. You just went ahead and devoured it.
Yeah, I kind of pitted a lap after both him and Kobe did, and figured, well, maybe that'll help me with tires when it comes time to, and I think it definitely did.
It looked like once you kind of got there to second place, it was about 2.5 or 3 seconds. And you closed that gap down very quickly. And on the very last 3 to 4 laps, you really started making up a lot of time. The strategy to keep tires on the car, you guys must have absolutely played perfect when the caution came out and changed what you were doing.
Yeah, I think the bottom also heated up quite badly, and I kind of started moving up a little bit more and more as later the race got on, and I think that kind of helped save tires too.
Well, how much did the track change, and did you have to do anything drastic to try to keep up with the amount of rubber that was getting put into the track?
No, not really. It felt the same the whole race, really.
All right, man. Well, Tiny Dancer Scotty says good job, and he wants a welfare check. So I don't know what's going on with Scott. He's kind of crazy, but he said to tell you guys good job tonight, man. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight, buddy.
I got to thank Casey Graves for the setup, you in the broadcast booth, all the admins that make this happen, and Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida, BeefOBradys, Premier Racing Setups, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, and everybody that makes all this possible.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. Good drive this evening. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
Nick Cooper picking up the win here tonight. Great race. Man, that was fun. I love when all the cars start to come back together towards the end. It makes for exciting racing. And we got to see a pass for the win and a pass for third place all happen from start-finish line, taking the white flag, till they got to the checkers. That was a lot of fun. I hope everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. That is going to do it for us here tonight. Tune in tomorrow night. Watch the Midwest Truck Series. Those guys do an amazing job as well. You'll see a lot more of that exciting racing. Fixed setup racing, win the Truck Series, and they'll draw about 30 drivers. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll start over again next Monday night with that Fitz Automotive Truck Series. They are going to go next week. It's all short track racing next week. They're going to go to Bristol in the trucks. We're going to take these guys, and we are going to put them on the paperclip over in Martinsville. So it's going to be a fun one. Make sure you tune in and say hi. But until you do, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this at all. Without the awesome leaves giving us fantastic racing, like you saw right here again tonight, there is nothing for us to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back all the way around everybody involved on both sides of that coin. Till we see you again, peace and